Hi, I'm Emily, I'm 22 and I'm just going to be talking about my experience with dilation and surgery. So I was diagnosed with MLKH when I was 16 and pretty much straight away I wanted to get into doing dilation because it was part of the process that I wanted to get done quite quickly and out of the way, so to speak, because I just wanted to be what I thought was just normal for a 16-year-old girl. But obviously it's everybody's choice. So I booked an appointment with my nurse, got straight into the process, and as part of that they give you these lovely little pink bags with dilators in. There's usually 5, but I must have thrown away the biggest one because the doctor said I'd never use it. So you've got the smallest to biggest here, and I started off with the smallest size because I just started off with a dimple, so less than a centimetre canal, and I think I progressed quite quickly. So I started off with the smallest one. It was quite painful and because you put a lot of pressure on, but I had some numbing cream to help with the pain, and very quickly I got onto the 3rd dilator. But after about 6 months I had not got past that. So I went to the doctor and told about it, and she just motivated me to keep going, so I did. And another few months went by and I'd made very little progress still. So then she started talking to me about my options, and the idea of surgery came up. And this is something that I'd never really thought of before because dilation has a 95% success rate. So I'd never considered it before, and I thought it was just risky, and I was just quite scared because I didn't really understand it. But they discussed with me something called the Vecchietti procedure and described the process to me, and it sounded not very daunting and it wasn't invasive. And this is the one I ended up actually having at the Birmingham Women's Hospital. So I had my surgery on the 28th of June 2016, and here's a picture of me just putting on my compression socks just before my surgery. And I went under general anaesthetic, and this is the device that they put on me during surgery. And they just make 2 small incisions here and one in my belly button to put it on. So there's wires that go through my body and one wire that goes down to the top of my vaginal canal, where they attach like a silver ball at the end of it, so that when the wire gets pulled up, the ball gets pushed through my canal pushed through to make a canal. And if you can see in the picture here, there's like a little thing in the middle, and this got twisted every day so that the wire would get shortened so the ball would come up to create the canal. This is so painful though. I was completely ramped up on morphine the whole time I was in hospital, I was in hospital for 9 days. I was bed bound. I had a catheter in, and I was on oxygen most of the time as well because I was struggling to breathe, and the morphine wasn't helping with that either. And I was exhausted the whole time, so I don't really remember too much apart from being in pain. But my mum, bless her, she was there for the whole 9 days with me to support me, and I'm so grateful for that. But after 9 days, the device got taken off me because they thought I'd got enough length. And that was another really painful process. I was put on gas and air because it was done while I was awake. And it was, my granddad heard me screaming down the hall. So yeah, pretty painful. But this was a picture I took right after surgery. And there's, as you can see, there's some bruising and redness, but that is the incisions that was made. That was what was left over. And that was after I just had it taken out as well. And here's some pictures that I actually took today of my scars now. So probably looking at me from a distance, you wouldn't be able to tell. So I've just circled them here just to show you, like, there is no scarring now. For me, scars make me feel self-conscious. So I'm so grateful that I've been lucky enough to have a surgery, which meant that I didn't have a lot of scarring. And another reason that the surgery for me was just really good was the fact that I had hit a brick wall out of nowhere. I just hit a boundary that I couldn't get past on my own. And this surgery so quickly just overcame that problem for me. But I had been trying for 1.5 years, really persevering, really trying. It was so frustrating doing the dilation and not getting anywhere. So this was just so good for me. And I feel so blessed to have been able to give in this opportunity to have this surgery. And for me, it's just meant I've got the canal length that I want. I've been able to have a very normal sex life since. So I'm just so grateful about it. So if anyone has talked to the doctors or is considering having this surgery, then please feel free to contact me. I'm very open to talk about it. But I do understand as well that dilation surgery is not for everyone. It's not something you have to do. So no one should feel pressured into doing dilation or doing surgery. You've got to do what feels right for you at the time and what you're comfortable with.